Matt Rife recently went on to Men's Health to break down his workout routine. Let's check it out.
You want to lift with your lower back and your lower back only in a fast, jerky motion. Yeah, people who are like actual trainers are going to tear me apart. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Matt Rife, and today I'm going to show you how I work out.
Fun fact, I had no idea who this dude was until recently. But yeah, he's popping right now.
I really got into fitness about, I'd say 5 years ago. I've always been
By the way, let me know down below in the comments if it's worth watching some of his shows. Like I said, I only recently found out about him. If it's worth it, let me know down below.
naturally very skinny kid. Like I've always had a hard time putting on weight or maintaining it. I realized how much of a release it is.
Very, very relatable to me. If you know anything about me, I always used to be that skinny kid, so very relatable.
For your mental health more than even just your physical. Get that stress off of you, get the endorphins going a little bit, wake your body and your mind up a little bit. So it became
A lot of people don't talk about this. Like, yes, you look good and everything, right? But it's more like, okay, what does it do to you mentally? Like, it relieves stress, right? It's it's so good for you. It releases those endorphins, as he mentioned. So, yes, there's a lot of benefits in terms of looking better, which also obviously help increase confidence and all these other things, energy and so on. But in general, like, it's just so good for your mental health more than anything. So I love that he mentioned that.
pretty quickly addicting. And then after you start to see the physical results, it becomes even more addicting. You go, well, how hard can I really push this thing?
Facts, facts, facts. Like, most people don't realize this, but once you start seeing progress, you're like, holy shit, this is so cool. I want to do more of this. But you just need to get to that point. You need to get to that point where you start making real progress and it'll be addicting.
Most comedians, I would say, aren't that into the fitness world. You have the Kevin Hart's, the Preacher Lawson, Tom Segura is getting a lot more into it, Brian Callen. There are a handful, but I think Kevin Hart's really the only one who's made it like a prominent part of
Yeah, definitely, definitely. If you know anything about Kevin Hart, definitely. Love this dude.
his person and his business, which I can really respect. I started working out way after I was doing stand-up. I've been doing stand-up for about 12 years now. Yeah, a little over 12 years now. I will say I don't think
Just real quick, 12 years. He's only been recently popping. Again, it takes time to be great. Perspective. Love it.
it helps you by any means. I mean, people don't want to laugh at like physically attractive people. Like you don't want to walk on stage and have people looking at your arms rather than listening to your jokes. I think it just makes me work that much harder on the material and the jokes that I'm trying to tell to get people to focus on the real show at hand. You know, you don't have to zoom down for the if you don't want to. By no means do you have to. Do you have to zoom in on the legs? I've always had a theory: you don't work your legs too heavily because it makes other things look bigger in comparison.
Okay.
An ideal week of training, I would say Monday we start with a push day. We do chest and tris. Tuesday, pull day, back and biceps.
So Monday, chest and triceps. Tuesday, pull day, back and biceps.
Wednesday, shoulders. Thursday, legs. If I can squeeze it in, I really
Wednesday, shoulders. Thursday, legs.
love to box on Fridays. I'd love to.
Boxing Fridays. Boxing is insane. Boxing is insane. If you've ever boxed, ever, it is the most intense thing. It's insane. I'd love to get back into that, but that's a side point. So his structure is he has a push day, he has a pull day, he has a shoulders day, and he has a leg day. So some sort of a bro split type of workout. Yeah, I'll comment more on this later. Let's have a look.
To box Harry Styles. High stakes, loser gets kissed on the mouth. Straight up. Bring your A game. Or don't. Whatever. I'm taking a dive in the second round regardless.
I wouldn't mind seeing this. I wouldn't mind.
Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite workouts from each one of my ideal structured days, from push days, pull days, shoulders, abs, cardio, legs. Starting with push day. We're going to go chest focused. I like a good incline.
Did you mention abs cardio? Did I miss that? Okay, I'm not sure. But yeah, okay, interesting.
Chest. Building a chest is so important to just the overall structure of your physique. You want to have the chest of a grown man and not a 12-year-old girl. Nothing wrong with being a man with some strong yiddies.
Great point. So if you have any chest movement you want to start out with, always an incline movement. The incline chest, I mean the upper chest is so important for an aesthetic physique. A lot of people neglect it, and that's why they might have muscle, but they don't look aesthetic. So if anything, always start with an incline movement when you start your chest workouts. Love that view, by the way. I wish my gym had that view. Insane.
So moving over to a pull day, your back is essential. You want to create a nice formidable V physique. You're not just a pencil, a bit of visible physicality to you. And wide grip, I feel like I get a lot more lat engagement. Some people want to go all the way to just having a super massive gorilla tone back. I just want a back strong enough that if I go to prison, it's not easily getting blown out. You know what I mean?
Funny. But great point with the pull-ups. The pull-up is probably the best exercise for the back by far, right? By far, not even close. I would take it over any other back movement just because it involves the whole back, yeah, all the muscles, and you can do it anywhere, really. You never have an excuse to not do pull-ups, right? You can, yeah, really do it anywhere. So yeah, great movement overall. I would always include that. And once you get really good at pull-ups, right? Once you can do 10 to 20 reps, I would start moving on to weighted pull-ups. Insane. If you're not there yet, I would do assisted pull-ups with the resistance band, or you can start off with lat pull downs. But yeah, pull-up, great movement.
I mean, up next, we have arms. Obviously, the most essential workout to every man.
Zotman reverse curls. Okay, interesting, interesting. It's actually a great exercise, not only for the bicep, but also for your grip strength, because when you turns them around, you use your grip strength. I don't do them personally, but yeah, not bad exercise, definitely.
Going to the gym, you got to have some 28-inch pythons on you if you can get them. I'm working with some garter snakes right now, but you take what you can get, okay? I try to work arms 2 to
Just real quick, yeah, he's making the mistake a lot of people make, right? They think arms are everything, right? Arms are the most important thing of, yeah, growing, yeah, the most important thing to grow when it comes to muscles. I would disagree, right? Because you're using your arms in all compound movements, really, except for legs, of course. But basically, if you have massive shoulders, a massive chest, and a massive back, your arms don't need to be that big. So yes, arms are important, but not the most important.
3 times a week at least. It's one of those muscles that you have to destroy it to get any kind of growth whatsoever. I do
That is facts. When it comes to arms, you need to absolutely be taking them to failure. Nothing left in the tank. Great point.
abs every single day. I do a 10 to 15-minute routine, just a little circuit of a bunch of different exercises. A couple of them right now that work the obliques,
I do that myself. Russian twist, great for the obliques.
work the center right here, build lower abs and top. Discipline.
Weighted plank. A lot of people don't do enough planks. A lot of people, I mean, I made the mistake when starting out. I always focused on the abs, right? The visual abs, but there's a muscle called the transverse abdominis, which sits underneath the visual abs. And that is so, so important to, you've seen those people that they're very lean, but they sort of have like a rounded stomach, but their abs are like showing. That's because their transverse is not strong enough, and so they don't have a flat stomach. So that's where the plank comes into play, just to have a, yeah, overall strong core. And in general, great exercise, great movement. I would definitely recommend. Once you can do a normal plank long enough, you can definitely add a plate to your back and do some weighted planks. But in general, great exercise. A lot of people don't neglect it. I mean, neglect it. So if you don't have this in your routine, definitely give this a try.
really starts to come into play, where you have to be dedicated to the amount of time you use to work out, getting enough sleep, the foods you eat, what you're putting into your body plays a massive part. There's so many different factors that come into play that you really have to.
Great point. Like it's not just your workout routine. He mentioned time though. I would say a lot of people think they need to work out for like hours every single day. That's not true. I'll touch on that at the end of the video, but the other roles as well, right? Like nutrition plays a role, massive role, right? Probably the biggest role, especially when it comes to weight loss. And then also sleep. Sleep is so, so important for recovery. So yeah, definitely. Great point.
Make sure you're disciplined enough to stay on track for.
Plank mountain climbers, I wanted to touch on that too. I would not include that. So if he has a oblique exercise with the Russian twist, he has a plank exercise for the transverse abdominis, and then he has, yeah, nothing really for the abs, right? The showing abs. And I would recommend including some sort of a crunch movement or leg raise movement into that, so that you're really targeting the whole core and not just, yeah, the transverse or the obliques. So you really want to have, if you do three exercises, one of each. So one targeting more of the deeper core, like with a plank, then one targeting more of the obliques, which are the side muscles right next to the visual abs. And then you've got one exercise for the abs themselves. So just really having a well-rounded ab routine.
And for legs, my most hated workout in history, just a single leg, propped up, split squat with dumbbells in each.
This is insane. Most people run from this shit. Most people run from this shit. Bulgarian split squats are the best exercise to build massive legs, and it's not even close. You can come with your squat, you can come with leg press. I don't really care. Bulgarian split squats, most people run from them. They are the most painful. I have such a love-hate relationship with them. They are the most painful, but the best exercise. Give this shit a try. Don't run from it. Don't run from it.
Hand, they're gonna burn like crazy. But if you enjoy boxing like myself, it's a stance you have to get used to. You have to get used to putting weight and shifting it onto each individual leg to be able to move around. So it's one I.
By the way, boxing is something, if you haven't done it yet, give it a try. It's so intense, but so fun. I'd love to get back into it.
try to incorporate to every leg day. So we'll give that our best shot. All right, guys, that's it for me. I've been Matt Rife. Thank you for taking.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that was Matt Rice's workout routine. Pretty interesting. Starting with the push day, then pull day, then shoulders, then legs, and then boxing. He mentioned abs and cardio somewhere in between. I don't know where he did that. Maybe I missed it. My bad. But not bad workout routine. As you can see, it's gotten him some results. However, I would say that he's a very, very busy dude. Okay. And if you wanted to optimize, what I would suggest is going with a full body approach. Reason being is because he is extremely busy, right? Now, let's say he has a comedy show on Thursdays, convenient leg days, he hates it, right? And then the next Thursday, he has another comedy show, and now you missed two leg days in a row, right? Now you have a full body approach. Instead, you train your legs almost every day, meaning you get enough volume in for them to still grow. Along with that, you won't dread Thursdays because there's no more leg days. You train your favorite muscle group on every day. Along with that, you also see better results because you train them fresh every time. Now, let's say you do a leg day, you do Bulgarian split squats, then after that, you get into a Romanian deadlift, which targets your hamstrings and your glutes. You'll be more fatigued for that because you started off with the Bulgarian split squats, meaning you'll be able to do less reps or less weight, meaning less tension on the muscle, meaning less growth. Now, let's say you do Bulgarian split squats on Monday, and then Tuesday or Wednesday, you do Romanian deadlifts. You'll be able to do more weights and more reps for the Romanian deadlifts on Wednesday because you are fresh and you haven't done anything before that. So that is the reason why, if you separate it and you train the full body, you will get a lot more for your time. Along with that, if you're extremely busy like this dude is, like Matt Rife is, he can structure his workout in a way that is very time efficient. He can include things like supersets. What are supersets? Supersets are where you target opposing muscle groups directly after each other. So let's say you do, like he was showing at the beginning, an incline bench press, and then immediately afterwards you can do an incline row for your back. Now, while the one muscle group is working, the other one is resting. After that, you still take a minute or two break, and then you can do the next set of the chest press again. But this way, you save a lot more time instead of waiting for the next exercise after that. Along with that, because with the full body approach, you're just targeting different muscle groups throughout the workout. You can just jump from one exercise to the next without really resting. So, as I said, especially with his busy lifestyle, crazy lifestyle, that is the approach I would take with him. Full body split. The exercises themselves, obviously, he didn't go through the whole routine, are generally pretty good. He included the incline, as I mentioned, great. Pull up, great. I didn't see all the exercises, but in general, good. I would just do a full body approach, and I guarantee to you, he would see better results. Like I said, results are decent, as you can see, but he's been doing it for 5 years. If you do something for 5 years, you should see a lot more results than he has been seeing. Having said that, interesting workout routine, but I feel like he's doing something everybody else is doing, and I would definitely recommend for him going with the full body approach. So if you don't already know who I am, my name is Dominic. I'm an online fitness coach, and I help career-driven men get into the best shape of their life. And if this interests you and you like to hear more of that, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my other content moving forward, and so that it can help you out too. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button. It helps me out, it helps the algorithm, and as a result, helps more people benefit from this. On that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.